tell me why you got started working out.
Well, I started, this is actually my second time starting. First time I started was after my mom passed away, and I started figuring that at that time I was pretty much extremely overweight. So I started to lose weight. I lost some weight. Lost my way at the time, and this time I started again because I was at the point where I was ready to do something, and all I really needed was somebody to kick me in the ass. And you just told me if I wanted to come work out, and I didn't realize that's all I really needed, just somebody to be like, hey, come do it. So I started coming, and actually the more I did it, the more I saw my progress, the more weight I lost, made me want to keep doing it. Plus, of course, everybody stopping and saying, hey, you look great. Of course, that feeds the ego, so that makes you keep going.
So has it been an easy journey for you on this weight loss?
I would say no. Hasn't been easy, but it's been worth it because, if you want it easy, then we'd all die when we're 40. But it hasn't been easy because the easiest thing to do would be to sit home and eat something that I like. It's been hard because it's not necessarily the working out part, it's not necessarily the physical part that's hard, it's the mental part. If all you had to do was show up and work out, you didn't have to change your friends, you didn't have to stop eating bad stuff, you didn't have to get rest, then hell, everybody'd be in shape. But it's not that part, it's everything else that's the hardest thing.
So for you, what's been the hardest part as far as, was it the eating, the mindset, getting your mind set right, or what do you think was the hardest part for you?
I think for me the hardest part was the eating. And it wasn't necessarily that, I'd rather have a hamburger instead of a salad kind of thing. It was more the years and years of positive reinforcement that other people have given you where, if you feel a certain way, eat this and make you feel better. Or you go to somebody's house, they always feed you, so you get in the habit of just eating whatever they feed you, even if it's not the best thing for you, just to make them happy. So it was mostly the eating and more of the social setting that, it kind of represents. So it took a while for me to tell people, hey, I'll come to your house, you serve whatever, don't take it personal if I don't eat exactly what you serve, this is what I'm trying to do. I'm here to visit you, I'm not here necessarily to eat your food. So once people started understanding what you're doing and they started kind of changing the way they think, because oddly enough, people don't believe you that you're really doing it unless you do it. You can talk about it for years and years and they won't believe a thing until you sit there and you say, no, sorry, I can't eat this. Then they'll start believing you and they'll start backing you on it. But up until that point, they're pretty much just going to treat you the way you treated yourself.
So you're saying sometimes people kind of got in your way or were obstacles and you losing weight? Would you say that, or would you put it a different way?
I would say someone that's an obstacle, it was just a matter of convincing them or even just not seeing them for a while. And then after you've made progress, then you see them and then it hits them, oh damn, this person is actually serious about this. I better not do this anymore or whatever. So sometimes it takes convincing. People that are honestly just out to mess you up on purpose, those people, there's no convincing necessary. You just gotta stop hanging out with them and stop talking to them. Or you make sure that whatever you do with them has no food involved whatsoever. Because eventually, even if you're set on what you're going to do and they keep bothering you about eat this, eat that, you're just going to get mad and probably lash out at them and cuss them out or something. It's going to cause problems either way. So it's up to you if you want to keep them around. If you do, you just got to make sure the setting is not about food.
Very good. So then would you kind of say that the real obstacle was yourself getting the emotions? Would you say there's emotions that come along with this weight loss, or just working out or trying to be a better person?
Honestly, the working out was as hard as it was to believe. easiest and the funnest part of this whole process. The hardest thing was changing the way you think, changing the way you saw things, your whole mindset, emotional, everything. Because it's kind of like winning the lottery in a way. As soon as you win, $1 million, everybody's gonna come out of everywhere and try to take that $1 million from you. Hey, let me borrow money for this. You have so much of it. I need this, I need that. But when you didn't have the $1 million, they didn't bother you for anything. So as long as you're going with the flow and you're doing what they're doing, people are cool. But as soon as you start trying to improve yourself, people get threatened by that. And they're gonna come out and show you who they are, they're gonna lash out. And at that point, you gotta realize, it's not necessarily them, it's you. If they can make you feel like crap because they start talking bad about what you're doing, then it's how you feel about yourself. Because if you honestly like yourself as much as you should, it doesn't matter what somebody tells you. Somebody could throw a burger at you, hit you in the face, and you just look at it and be like, whatever, who cares? So it's really a whole process, it's a whole mindset, it's a whole, really learning how to like yourself more in a way, because I'll be honest, I didn't gain over 100 pounds, or I wasn't over 100 pounds overweight because I was in love with myself the whole time. So that's the bottom line. And in my opinion, people that walk around and saying, I weigh this much and I love myself, I have a hard time believing you. You might be serious if you are good, but I just don't believe it.
Very well put. So Javier, you lost close to 100 pounds now. How much weight have you lost so far?
My official weigh-in was at 327. Today I weighed in at 240, so I've lost 87 pounds as of today. I'm going I would like to hit the 100 mark. So I would like my walking around weight to be somewhere around 225.
So from the beginning, did you think you could get down this low? Did you ever think you'd be able to get to where you're at now?
Strangely enough, I did think I would be able to do it. I wasn't too sure how long it would take, and I wasn't too sure if I would have, if I'll be honest with it, I wasn't sure if I'd have the strength to do it. Because I knew that it wasn't necessarily about me working out and whatever, because as far as I can remember, I can play basketball, I can do physical activity. It wasn't like I was going to keel over and have a heart attack from doing it, so I knew I had that. I knew that the hardest part was going to be everybody else. Because I knew everybody else had gotten used to me being a certain weight, me having a certain attitude, me being a certain way. Because since I lost weight and everything, I know that everything that was me has just kind of multiplied by like 100. So now I totally don't care what people say to me. Where before I said I didn't care, but I honestly did. So now the way I always acted is the way I really feel now. Before I would act a certain way, just kind of to make people leave me alone. Now I really feel that way. And I think people will see the difference.
Very good. So, you have any advice for anybody trying to lose weight that's maybe watching this?
Yeah, I think the best thing you can do to lose weight is you actually have to get people to help you. And the easiest thing would be, I'm not saying go to your family members that feed you every time they see you, because they're not going to be the ones to help you first. Either find someone that's already into working out and already into being in shape. Find someone that wants to lose weight too, but is really serious about it. They're not going to work out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday, Friday eat a burger and drink a six-pack. Someone that's serious about changing everything about themselves, not just thinking 5 sit-ups and a burger is going to change your life. So I would say get someone to help you, even if it's just somebody that you answer to. Somebody you have to see once every 2 weeks, and they are going to be like, hey, what's going on? What aren't you doing right? You kind of have to have somebody like that to start off with. And after that, just, it's okay to be disappointed in yourself if you do something wrong, but, you shouldn't beat the hell out of yourself. You shouldn't feel like I gained a pound this week, so that means I'm not going to eat for a month. Because, you're just kind of messing yourself up. It's like a little kid learning how to walk. Once they stumble and they fall, they're not just going to say, screw it, I'm not going to walk anymore. You got to get off your ass and keep going. So, Even if you think it should only take you 6 months and it ends up taking you 12, at the end of 12 months, you're better off than where you were when you started. So that's probably my advice.
Very good.